Thanks.
Thank you. Much appreciated.
All right. We're live now. Usually we have our fellow friends and listeners that are let me lower this. We have our usuals that like to sometimes they beat us to it and they're like waiting. So that's pretty cool. All right, I'm gonna share this link and we'll be all set.
Well, I think we got a few new subscribers. How about that?
Yeah, we did. Yeah, we did.
Oh, my self-esteem.
Spread the word a little bit.
Oh,
thank you very much.
Much appreciated.
Throwing backhand.
I'm being rare form myself, and I'm gonna load up the chat as well.
Cool.
I have it set up on the tablet right in front.
Yeah, so we go into that. Just wherever we go, like, what are your favorite Adam rants? Like, what do you what was the thing that kind of got you to listen all the time? What was what's your favorite rant of all time? What's the thing you disagree with him about? What would you hate about you? What would you love about you? That kind of stuff.
I could talk about Adam for hours.
Okay, good. Good. We got 4 hours to fill.
Yeah, that's news to me.
I better get another beer.
And then yeah, just good stuff. We'll talk about some of that YouTube stuff. I've been obsessed with a couple different YouTube things recently.
Oh, I want to hear about it.
Don't spoil it. Save it for the show.
One of them, I'm not sure why. Like it's a little bit, it disturbs me a little bit how much I enjoy watching some of this one type of YouTube video.
I know that feeling.
Yeah. So you've been watching a lot of snuff films too?
I mean, I've seen a couple.
Oh, we're gonna leave it for we'll leave it for the show.
Yeah, we should.
Yeah, they're only on Rumble. You gotta go to Getter for that.
Rumble's where it's at these days.
Is it?
Yeah. I'm still I'm weaning myself onto it and off of YouTube to get my video content. But yeah, the Wild West.
Try it out to see if it's much different, or if, I mean, I'm sure a lot of the popular like video podcasters, things like that, put their stuff out on Rumble too. So in that regard, it might look kind of the same, but I don't know.
Yeah, it's different. It feels very suspect.
It does
a little bit, but then you sort of get used to it. Yeah,
and it might just be, just purely based on what it looks like. I guess there are differences in the interface and your user experience, but kind of like.
But the videos, like, it's the same. Once you're watching an actual video, it's the same experience. It's just navigating the site. It's like, is this one of those weird like things I shouldn't be looking at? Like,
yeah.
But not in the way that makes
I'm on a watch list now.
I'm sure I'm already on a watch list.
There's a t-shirt idea for you.
Oh, it is a good t-shirt idea.
What? I'm on a watch list now?
Yeah, I'm sure I'm on a watch list.
I'm on multiple watch lists. So Rob, you're doing your posts and whatnot? Or Robbie?
Yeah, I'm trying to hurry up.
No, you're fine.
So to the YouTube peoples.
Hey.
Mindy, Monkey's uncle.
Oh, hey, Mindy.
BBH.
Hey, Mindy, hello. BBH, Monkey's uncle. What up?
AMSR.
ASMR?
Am I supposed to know what that is? AMSR?
Hey guys, how's it going, everybody?
I'm getting a little brush and rub it over my AirPods.
Yeah.
Where were we? January 6th? Wouldn't you like to know about it?
I was at home with a busted face.
I think I was at work. Yeah, because I remember seeing all that shit go down on the internet.
It was weird.
You weren't plotting to kidnap any governors, right?
Well, I wasn't until the FBI came along and suggested it. Yeah.
Hey, listen, Chris, we know you have your proclivities.
What a
How
shit
about
show.
we?
I'm ready. We're posts. Well, shoot, yeah, the posts are up.
Cool. All right, go ahead and start recording audio, Chris.
Oh yeah, that part.
All right. 3, 2, 1.
Good evening, Endless Ranters. Welcome back for episode 102 of your Endless Ranters podcast. Thanks for watching, listening, and subscribing. We truly appreciate all of the support. My name is Chris, but I am just one of your Endless Ranters hosts for this evening. With me tonight, we've got the one and only Robbie Spotlight. What up, Robbie?
What up, homies?
What up to you, homie? And then there's the man with the plan. It's producer Manny. What's going down, old man?
Hi, hello, good evening, and hello. Did I say hello? How y'all
You did
doing?
say hello. You didn't call anybody a hoe, so that's appreciate that.
Yet.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
We don't know when it's gonna happen. Got to keep these motherfucking hoes on their toes, you know.
Yeah. I feel weird introducing our guest at this moment. You know what I mean? It's a weird segue.
Yeah,
I mean, that's how we do it on the
Made a
show.
terrible
Keep it
a lot
alive.
mistake.
of hot
Terrible
hoe
mistake.
talk already.
Yeah. So without further ado, it's our special guest, fellow Ace Hole, Adam Carolla fan, Elizabeth. What's happening?
Hello, everybody. I've been
Hello.
called worse than hoe before. It's okay. I don't mind.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, like capital H. Like, yeah. Well, thanks for joining our show. Thanks for making time for us. Really appreciate it. So yeah, tell us where you're tuning in from, where are you zooming in from with us?
So I am tuning in from Sanford, North Carolina. It's right in the middle of the state. Yeah, there's not a whole lot of it. It's a brick capital of the world or something like that.
The brick
Field
capital?
trips we went to like a brick plant on field trips.
Nice.
Kind of a sad backstory there, but
I mean,
yeah.
it's better than nothing. You know what I mean? It's better than nothing.
Is it?
It's better than the
I'm not
the
sure.
Brits.
I'm not sure it's better than nothing.
It's a lateral move from nothing, I guess.
Yeah. Well, I mean, bricks are important. That's all I
They
got on
are.
bricks. Yeah.
Yeah.
They're very important. Some of them are red. Some of them are a lighter shade of red.
Please go on.
Yep. They've got holes in the middle. I don't know. The anatomy of a brick. So Sanford, North Carolina, that's the center of the state. Why does that sound familiar? What's the nearest major town for you?
So I'm about 40 miles south of Raleigh.
Okay. 40 miles south. Okay. I'm sure that helped everybody. We've got some former guests that lived in Raleigh. Yeah. Messiah. Yeah.
Do we?
Oh, that's
Raleigh's
right.
all right.
Yeah.
That's where I
just moved
went
there.
to school and lived for several years, but
Raleigh, that's where UNC or no, I don't. No. That's Durham. Is
North
where
Carolina
UNC
State.
and NC State is Raleigh.
Mhm.
Okay, gotcha. All right, the Wolfpack. Okay, I was a big
Yeah, good
ACC
pack.
fan. I was a big ACC fan when I was growing up because that was like University of Maryland. I grew up in Maryland and Baltimore, and that was like those are the teams I followed. Those were the teams that are on TV. So
Right.
Wolfpack. Yeah, good deal. So you're here because we met you through an Adam Carolla podcast Facebook group, and you're a fellow Adam Carolla fan. Very funny one at that. Tell us, when was the first time you heard the Ace Man? When and where, or when and what? How did you hear him?
So the first time I was exposed to the siren song of the Sweet Nasally Drone was when I was in the 5th grade watching Love Line late at night. We didn't have internet then. So became a huge Love Line fan.
Okay.
And since then, I started listening. Well, there was a big gap in between there, but I started listening to the podcast when Allison Rosen was on. I was a little bit late to the start there, but I just became hardcore fascinated by the genius that is Adam Carolla. And I've just been sort of following him ever since.
So 5th grade Loveline. Were you supposed to be watching Loveline at that time?
Absolutely not.
Okay, so you were sneaking it. Yeah, okay. We've heard that. We've heard a little bit of that before, either radio or you were, but it was TV for you. That TV was the medium.
Yeah, it was TV.
Okay.
I learned so much, and I still do. Like, I'll listen to old episodes, and it's a great service to the youth, especially the ones like me in the middle of nowhere, North Carolina, who might not get the best education on such matters in school.
Oh yeah.
No kidding.
Right.
I think it is. I really do think it is. I learned stuff. They talked about STDs and so every other episode
you're like, is that what that was?
Yeah. Or there was always the my boyfriend he says he wants to have a threesome. It's like every episode there was at least one. And of course, Adam and Drew were always like, yeah, you probably don't want to do that. And a whole bunch of good advice. I can't really remember something specific, but I'm sure I learned plenty or kind of reinforced stuff that I already knew.
I bet that show taught a lot of people that were, active, a lot of things, but also the ones that were inactive were just like, I need to steer clear of this for a little while. I'm only in the 5th grade.
It did more for me against doing drugs than Dare ever did. And also, where are you going to learn that you can't get pregnant from doing it in the butt?
Yeah,
true.
Yeah.
No, well, Dr. Ruth.
That was a question I had.
For me, it was Dr. Ruth.
Oh, good old Dr. Ruth.
Yeah, I would sneak listening to Dr. Ruth. I don't know. I think it was like Sunday nights on some radio station. And I would sneak and listen to it because I had heard that there was, some bodily function talk. And I remember hearing her talk about, some old lady farting. I was like,
was it her?
No, but it was like somebody called in and was like, yeah, keeps farting during sex or something. Oh man, I was like, all right, we turn this radio off for a few years.
Yeah, not from the butt, but somewhere else.
Well, she was giving her to be specific. I mean, this is burned in my brain. She was giving the husband moves or things that the wife could do prior to coitus to relieve, to get the gas out.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
It's like expressing anal glands on a dog or something. You're doing it
Kinda.
ahead of time. Like,
yeah.
I mean, yuck.
Almost as sexy as that. Almost.
I mean, equally as probably.
Yeah, I remember that got burned in my memory. I was like, oh my God.
It did. That stuff.
And I was listening to what she was describing. So
not good.
Yeah. And then puberty kicks in and you're just like, I don't care.
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
It's gonna take a lot more than that to gross me out.
Yeah.
Where's that lady at?
Yeah, sounds pretty hot. Anyway. So Adam Carolla on the educational MTV Loveline. Nice. Was there any like specific moment when you were listening to Loveline at 5th grade that was just like, damn, was there a Dr. Ruth old lady farting moment for you? But for Loveline?
I wish there was, but I tried to think about that. What specifically do I remember from Loveline? But honestly, I don't remember anything from back then that stuck with me. I just remember the overall feeling of what a cool brother type character Adam is, and that dynamic between Adam and Drew. I mean, I don't know if there's a better pair.
So why Adam and not Drew? Or do you have an equal affection for him? Okay. So you go on like spin-off, like fanboy Dr. Drew podcast too?
Oh yeah. Yeah. I don't get into Dr. Drew as much just because, he's not as entertaining, but
okay. Yeah.
I love him.
That's kind of the answer I was going for, was that, Adam's the man.
Adam's funny. I mean, Drew can be funny despite himself, but there's no one else like the Ace Man.
That's true.
Well, one of the things I do remember about Drew, you know how Adam always gets on his case about just everything, right? Pretty much everything. But every time he would mention whenever, let's say they'd be on the radio or the podcast, and someone would hand him, let's say, a bottled water, and he'd just say, "Thank you," like on air. Like, dude, just take the drink, and and then Adam would get so pissed off because you don't have to say thank you on air. No one knows that you're not on camera, you're not on Zoom.
Right.
But
I've got weird feelings towards Dr. Drew, because like the Dr. Drew I know is like is who I see is through the filter of Adam, who's just ragging on him and just complaining about him and telling us how annoying he is all the time.
Yeah.
But then he's just like, come on, and here's Dr. Drew. He's an expert on all things.
Chris, you look a little bit like Dr. Drew. There's a slight resemblance now that we're talking about him.
I love that Dr. Drew. Love him.
Look at him, especially when you look to the side like that.
Oh yeah, he's a handsome fella. I mean, I just said he's annoying. I didn't say he wasn't striking. No, but that's kind of, I think to me it's kind of a weird thing, because for me it's all about Adam, Adam Carolla. So like he just always like ragging on Drew. I don't know.
Drew is a puss. I mean, he clams up anytime it gets serious.
Yeah.
And when Adam calls him a puss, and it's hilarious. I love to hear Adam talk shit to him.
Yeah. The drops, the bald Brian, the conversations where whatever conversation that was, where Drew was out of town, he was looking at his phone,
right,
and wasn't paying attention. Oh, that was so great. That's great.
Yeah. I will say this. One thing that Dr. Drew, that I know Dr. Drew and Chris do have in common is since they have such beautiful skin, I think they both wash their skin with like baby foreskin before going to sleep at night.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that's probably one of his their magic.
Only from peasant farmers.
Yeah. It's
that gives you the glow.
Poor children's foreskin.
Right. Yeah. It gives you a real glow.
Mm-hmm. Aged.
It's the suffering.
Yeah.
It really brings out
the tears of the mother really help that.
Yeah,
that's right.
It brings out the suffering is where all the collagens are.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
Is that the right word? Collagen is a thing.
Yeah, that's right. And you got to throw in pores in there as well.
Yeah. The suffering really cleans out your pores.
Yeah, that's right. There you go.
Mm-hmm.
So does the exfoliant from the farmers, from like the peasant work and stuff.
Yeah, the ground up bones. This is getting dark.
Yeah. Perfect.
Oh boy. So all right. So you're in fifth grade. You're listening to Loveline. You're getting corrupted, but at the same time, you're staying away from dudes for a while.
Mm-hmm.
All right. And then how did you follow him? Right. Because then MTV, and we've done this too many times to remember like his TV to radio, but he was doing the MTV show and radio at the same time. And then there was a gap. And then how did you get to the podcast?
When I got my first iPhone, so I love to listen to audio stories, books, whatever. I was like, "Ooh, podcast! This is right up my alley." So I was like, Adam Carolla. Hey, that's was it? I was like, is this Gilbert Gottfried or is this Adam Carolla? Because I was like, no, wait, Adam Carolla is the Loveline dude. Yeah. So I fired one up and thought it was hilarious. And
that was during the Allison days.
It was.
That's when I started listening. That's when I started listening too. I mean, I thought she was okay. I guess
now that we have Gina. Like I don't miss Allison, but she could be funny in her own sort of way.
Did you ever listen to any of the Teresa Strasser episodes?
I didn't at the time, but I have listened to a lot of them since. Teresa is brilliant. I'm a huge Teresa fan.
She really knew how to like get Adam, how to feed Adam stuff. So did Allison too. I thought Allison, she always got Adam onto some weirder tangents.
Yeah,
like
she did.
Had weirder thoughts, which were great. But I don't know. They're all different news girls for different times or different eras of the show. I think the show's great now with Gina, so no complaints here.
Yeah, I know Gina catches a lot of junk in the group and stuff, but I'm a huge fan of Gina's. Yeah,
I don't think there's any way that the show. I don't think Adam's ACS gets as big as it is now without kind of Gina there. Not, maybe someone else could have done that job, but just her
Oh, yeah.
enthusiasm. I think it's the enthusiasm she brings to the show that
Mm-hmm.
kind of helped propel him further. Someone that was willing to like get online and, like engage on, with Adam Carolla fans on Twitter, not just, Alice was just kind of doing her own thing. So,
and she's got huge tits, man. I mean, that helps the whole situation.
Yeah.
I guess they're going to be less huge.
Not for long.
Yeah. Hopefully that doesn't affect her enthusiasm on the show.
I hope it doesn't. I hope it doesn't harm her psychologically,
Yeah.
Getting those bad boys knocked down a size.
Bad back issues or, I don't know.
Right.
Well,
like that one.
Yeah.
Like the social scientists we will keep track,
of course.
of the before and after, and
for science, obviously.
For posterity. Yeah.
And as Bald Brian says, we will all wear black that day that she has her procedure done.
Yeah. I mean, it'll be a time of mourning.
Yeah. I'll pour one for the homies.
Mm-hmm.
What was do you remember like a first podcast episode or anything like that? Like any of the funny bits from back then?
There are so many. I don't really have a specific one from back then. You guys shoot me some stuff. What was funny to you guys back then in the early Alice?
Tables have turned.
I remember, like, I don't know if I probably haven't told this since like episode 1, but I remember I had downloaded some episodes and I was driving from like Chicago.
Yeah, we had to download them back then.
Yeah, right. That was a whole big deal. You had to install everything before you left in the morning.
Yeah.
I remember it, yeah.
But I was driving from Chicago to Peoria and I listened to an episode and he was doing Allison was reading a news story about like the top 10 worst cities for traffic.
Mm-hmm.
and then Adam just started going off on traffic in LA.
Yeah.
And I was like, yeah. Something should be done about this.
Even though I don't live there.
This is bullshit.
Yes.
Well, living in DFW,
point.
traffic can be pretty bad here in the DFW area. And then I grew up in Baltimore where the traffic was just like, it's just like part of life. It's just like you're going to blow 2 hours every day, for no good reason to go 15 miles back and forth. Yeah. So, but yeah, just his, just the passion in his hatred of traffic, I guess, is what got me.
Oh yeah. It's kind of, I think Bald Brian said this, and I don't know if he got it from someone, but it's kind of what got Kobe Bryant killed, because the reason traffic, right?
That's true. Oh, that's right.
Yeah. Like
you're not. Yeah.
Yeah. He started, taking the helicopter to his family and kids games and all that stuff. To avoid all the traffic in LA.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, if you look at it that way, that's the reason he started.
And
doing
fog.
it. Oh
and
yeah.
Fog.
Yeah.
Well, but mostly traffic.
Yeah. And the Illuminati as well, but we don't want to get cut off.
Yeah. Probably Nike.
We digress.
I'm not afraid. Nike. It's probably Nike.
Yeah,
man, that's a big deal. Like he was seriously talking about them. They were going to create their own shoe brand.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, kind of like Shaq has his own. He used to be with Reebok, but now he has these affordable shoes that you can buy. Pay less.
Like Shaq, you can have the Walmart market.
Yeah.
No one's going to buy $230 Jordans in Walmart, so you can have that market. And that's big money. You start getting a few players to leave Nike and Adidas and whatever, and it's
Steph Curry, Under Armour,
and the fog rolls in.
Yeah,
and the fog comes, and
fog.
Then come the flames.
All bets are off when the fog rolls in.
And the traffic.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Traffic's going to get you.
I think for me, it's got to be.
Wouldn't have helped him there.
I think for me, one of my favorite moments was Dave Coulier doing the celebrity fart noises.
Easily. Oh yeah.
Was that an Allison Day or was that Gina?
That was Gina.
Okay.
Yeah.
That was.
Yeah.
I had forgotten about that one.
That was amazing. Yeah. That the Ace Award episodes where they do that. Those are those are the episodes I saved in my phone every year. And I never deleted.
Yeah, for sure.
That's a good idea.
Yeah. Re-listen to, and
definitely the greatest hits.
I just love it. He gets passionate about different things. I just love it when You know how I think even with Gina and I'm sure with Allison, it happened where they would hit a topic and then or maybe in the news and she would start to continue doing the news and then he'd just say, hold up, now I'm pissed. And then she's like,
now
okay,
I'm pissed.
yeah, hold up, now I'm pissed. And then you knew he was gonna go off on a rant, like a 5-minute rant or whatever.
Yeah.
What's that? What was he talking about? That drop where he's like, nothing. I forget what he was talking about, but he sounds pissed.
I don't remember.
When Joel McHale was on the radio show
about the pool.
Yeah, and how it needed a wall, and then all the inspectors and the soil samples, all that shit. That's actually one of my favorite rants too.
Yeah,
from the radio days.
Yeah, that was awesome. And you just gotta love the passion, and you have to love the passion. I hope we all have our meetings and our conference calls and show some of that passion that he shows.
Yeah,
without all the bad words, maybe.
Yeah. Well, speaking of that, do you have a favorite? Not from those early days, but just a favorite of all time, Elizabeth? Anything like that?
A favorite, like anything of all time?
Yeah, like what's your favorite rant, opinion? Like what's like near and dear to your heart? That drives you crazy too.
So I love that I have so many opinions about LA, and I've never been there. I've never been to the state of California.
Are you ever planning on coming to visit?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, just in case, maybe. Just in case, if they want you to come out there, they got to get their act together.
I hate Gavin Newsom. Like I have a deep hatred for that man, and he's nonsense, but he affects my life zero on a day-to-day basis.
Well, it's funny on the Facebook group, you have so many people, non-Californians, that hear so much about Gavin, but they feel the same way you do. But anyway,
well, I got a shithole country alert for you.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah.
I thought it was funny when Donald Trump called other countries shitholes.
Yeah,
it's like even they know it, but it's like some ironic shithole alerts from our own country. Remember I was telling you guys about like the news article I sent you where there's parts of LA that the post office has said due to all the violence.
Yeah,
we're just not going to until further notice. We're just not going to serve your town.
Yeah,
like this area, these streets, you're just not going to get U.S. mail.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. What's funny is they mentioned it on today's ACS.
Oh, did they really? Okay.
They did.
I'm really behind, but it's like that's a shithole country alert. That's shithole country adjacent.
Yeah, Los Angeles.
Sorry, buddy. It's like they just announced that. Like, oh well.
Mm-hmm.
But I wanted the people there are just like sweet. Like that's great news.
The postal workers are like sweet for sure.
Yeah, and the people that live there are just like, that's cool. I got direct deposit.
Yeah.
My EBT is going through.
Whatever it is, electronic. You're like, I'm tired of throwing all that junk mail away anyway.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
so it's like, no one's going to complain. No one's going to complain about that. The postal carriers, the people that live there.
Yeah. We know they suck. Like we know the postal service has been going down the drain for years now. So, it's not that surprising.
There's a lot of weird stuff like that. Yeah. It's like, is money real? Like you hear about these stories like the post office lost $1 billion. It's like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well,
it's fine.
I guess is that not a big deal anymore? But I don't know. It's just funny money.
Mm-hmm. It's not real.
But anyway, I'm sorry for that impromptu shithole country notice.
It's like
so your favorite. Yeah. So we were going favorite rants.
This isn't really a rant.
Yours was California and his all the things you learned about California from Adam.
Oh yeah. So many opinions about it that I don't really even need to have. This isn't really a rant, but one of my favorite things was Norm passing recently, revisiting some of his stuff. The time when Adam and Norm were talking about Kenny Rogers songs. Do you remember that? That is the most hilarious bit of comedy that I can come up with.
Oh man,
Was it The Gambler or The Coward of the County? I know they did
Coward of the County.
Okay, that's what it was.
And then Don't Take Your Love to Town. what was
Oh,
that?
yeah.
The
Is that?
like,
Oh
was
yeah.
paralyzed, and the
Yeah, the
wife
guy. He's
was
like an army vet,
Yeah.
and
running
his
out
wife
the
was
door.
his wife was like a hooker or
No,
something.
she was just stepping out on him, man.
Oh, okay. She was just
tired
a
of them,
known
and
hoe.
she was bad.
Okay.
Yeah.
She was a known hoe. That's where hoe
Yeah.
ties in. For this episode.
She was a hofo show.
She was.
What?
And then they did Cower the County, and they talked about the Gatlin brothers or
Yes.
boys.
Yeah, the Gatlin
And-
brothers.
Yeah, and Adam talks about, of all the names to pick,
Oh, that's right. That's right.
why
Okay.
did you pick that one? Because they're also country singers, and is there going to be beef there when you're both at the same show? Like,
Yeah.
They didn't
did not
mind.
use that name.
That's funny, but that's also something that Norm would do. Like he would do that in his bit, just name a name, not to like hurt the person, just to do it, just to be like, to cause everybody to be wondering why did you not choose a different name?
Yeah.
Why'd you do
very
that?
Norm-like behavior.
Yeah. So it makes sense. He would pick up on that. Yeah. Norm Macdonald was a genius.
Speaking of Norm
Absolutely.
moments, the
Yeah.
other you just reminded me is when he talked about banging his friend's wife while his friend was mowing the lawn
The neighbor,
outside.
yeah.
Or whatever it was. Not only that, it was
Yeah,
like
that's
some
insane.
anal. It just wasn't some, just plain old vanilla stuff. It's like, let's take it up a notch.
Do we ever
Going to
know
the
who this?
back.
Do we ever find out who the friend was? Like known comedian.
No, there was no
Him and Def Rat
details.
Guy were friends, but I don't think DFG was married
Nah, I don't think so either.
because I think him and Def Rat Guy worked together. Because when I was trying to figure out who the hell Josh Gardner was, Def Rat Guy,
Yeah.
like there's a random video. There's a random like Fox News interview with
Really?
with Norm Macdonald and Josh Gardner sitting there being interviewed about some project they're working on. Yeah,
Huh.
Weird.
it is weird.
How old was this?
Interesting.
It's probably like 10, at least 10 plus years ago, 10, 15 years ago. You can break your phone out right now. Look for it.
No.
Yeah, but Norm was great. I was just very curious about Josh Gardner, like DFG and this character and like what this guy was all about. Because I still don't.
I
really
thought
know.
he was real. I thought he was really a Def Rat guy.
Me too. I also
Yeah.
thought that as well.
Me too. Yeah.
I felt
remember-
like such an idiot.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember asking in the group, and a few ladies like I don't know, kind of mocked me about it a little bit, and I tried to just play along. Yeah,
I knew that.
Yeah.
I know it was a joke. What are you kidding me? Like, obviously, I was joking. Obviously.
Was he
Yeah,
really
you were just
mad at
testing them.
Adam? Like, did he really get mad and stop
Yeah,
coming on? Or
Who knows?
No,
I mean, he's run its course the whole bit, really. Like
It's possible. Yeah, who knows?
Well, he doesn't break character.
Well, when he
Not-
started doing call-ins,
And so
that was kind of a giveaway.
what's funny, exactly, Colin, a deaf guy, doing call-ins.
But then again, you're just like, well, I'm not deaf, and I don't really know anybody. I'm not really up on all the technology.
yeah,
You know what I mean?
there's probably technology out
They
there.
got the cochlear implants.
Actually,
Like
Elizabeth,
Rush Limbaugh had those.
quick question for you. So as a profession, you're a speech therapist, right?
Oh,
Do
yeah,
you
know a
ever
little bit about it.
deal with people that are hearing impaired or deaf? Do you anything like that?
No, not really. I'll have some people who are like Helen Keller style. They want to try to sound more like, standard American English.
Right.
So you have to give them a little bit of feedback on, like, you're not doing fricative sounds are the ones they have a lot of trouble with, like your S's and your F's.
Is it that
so-
they just haven't decided to give you the tough cases yet? Is that what's happening here?
No, this audiology does a lot more with the
Yeah, there's probably different
stuff.
fields within that, right?
Yeah, the
But
hearing stuff isn't really my specialty.
what's your specialty then? Just to kind of get into that, the speech therapy, like students, I don't know, like what's like a common challenge, and then how long does it take? Like how long do you see patients, clients, whatever you call it?
So I love autism, and that takes a lifetime, sort of, because what you should say in a situation will depend, based on the situation. Everything we do and our interactions, so fluid and dynamic. Well, okay, long story short, I do a lot of teaching kids what to say when someone bullies them.
Okay.
So comebacks to, why don't you look at me? Why do you do your hands? Stuff like that.
Like mom jokes, things like that.
Yeah.
Like make fun of mom.
One kid, like I have a kid who, this is taken as separate. This is not autism related at all, but the one kid can't say her R's, and she's in the 9th grade. And she struggles. She can do it when she's really paying attention and trying really hard.
Mexican.
No, she's not.
Okay.
Wait, no, yeah, she is half Mexican, actually. Her dad is.
Oh,
half.
So she can do half R's. Yeah. Okay.
So
science.
Yep.
Yeah. I was like, okay. She's a cute girl, really smart. Like she sounds bad sometimes when she's talking and she's not really trying. So I was like, okay, here's what we're gonna do. You're gonna say that if anybody asks you why you talk like that, you're just gonna say that your grandma was from England and it's a British accent.
Oh, yeah.
You're doing.
Yeah.
And she was like, okay, that might work.
Mm-hmm.
And then she's talking to a new guy, which is why she was really concerned about this. She's like, okay, so my birthday is April 24th. Like, oh shit, that's going to be a little bit hard for us to get you to say. So she's like, what do I say when he asks me when my birthday is? I'm like, okay, tell him to guess. Say, guess.
Yeah.
And that worked. So she
Mhm.
came back the next week. She's like, oh my God, it worked. And she's like, well, what do I do if they ask me more questions about like my grandma from England? I'm like, just say she's dead. Say it's none of your business. I don't know.
Yeah.
Questions. You've got to cover up now. So.
All right. Well, Monkey's uncle on the comments live on YouTube wanted to ask about Broca's aphasia and
Broca's aphasia. Yeah.
Yeah, and Wernicke's.
Wernicke's aphasia. Yeah.
Okay.
So I used to work with people who had brain injuries and strokes and stuff before I got my job that I have now. It was very sad. It sucks. That's all I have to say about aphasia. Is it really sucks?
All right.
It's bizarre and frustrating, and there's not a whole lot that can be done about it. It's just,
does it have any symptoms or when someone might be coming down with it or being afflicted by it?
Yeah, so it's more of a thing you have or you don't. Like we see it a lot in people who've had a stroke or if you've had a traumatic brain injury. There's a little part of your brain right here that controls your speech centers. Like it controls your receptive, like your understanding speech and your ability to say words. And it can look very different depending on where the injury is. Like I've seen people who understood every single thing you said, but could only say the word eons.
Whoa.
No idea. That was just
I can't. Yeah, that would be. I mean, I just can't even imagine. Like,
apparently he was an asshole anyway before his stroke.
Oh, well, good.
So
it's kind of like the Guardians of the Galaxy and Groot. All he can say is, "I am Groot."
Yeah.
Yeah.
And there's people who have. This
similar.
one lady could go a long time. It was a long time. Like now I'm noticing a trend. Eons, a long time. I don't know, but they'll have that's all the words they can get out, and sometimes they'll think they're saying what they're meaning to say, and they're not, which is another twist to it.
Whoa,
it's wild.
Damn.
Well, it's funny. It's kind of like the little toddlers who are learning how to speak, right? And they're trying to talk to you, and they get frustrated when they're kind of trying to get this out, and they want you to understand, but you're really not understanding what they're saying. I'm sure Chris might know about maybe understanding little kids and stuff like that. Having
Chris has kids. That's why.
I do.
That's
yep.
Right.
Yep. Yeah. I've got one that has kind of a speech impediment and is going to start speech therapy in the fall. It's not bad, but I don't just kind of I have twin girls and one of them has it, one of them doesn't. I don't
How old are your twin
really know
girls?
around. They're turn 5 in a month.
Oh, but that's
Cool.
fun.
So they're going to start kindergarten in the fall. So that's exciting.
That's great. It's a perfect time to work on any speech stuff. They'll probably outgrow it, and you'll never know.
Yeah. When she tries, we work on it. She gets the things right, but it's whatever. It's not
that's a good
coming
sign.
natural. So, yeah, we're good. But it wasn't mask related because we didn't wear that. We didn't do that shit. So.
You're in Texas.
Not for kids. No. Or at least not when I was around. But well, cool. That's really great work. I was thinking about, like, I don't know, just whatever reason, like the virtual reality pops into my head a lot lately. And it's like, I wonder, like, people that have these kinds of afflictions or whatever, like that kind of goes away in the VR world, right? Like they can just be like completely, like,
that's interesting.
Like things like that, like if you can't walk or whatever, like, in that world, just a lot of that stuff just goes away.
Yeah,
to some
idiocracy,
extent,
man.
Degree, but it's like interesting.
It's
application for that.
Well, it's funny. It's like, it's almost as if you're getting kind of sci-fi, but it's not really sci anymore. Like fiction. It's not really fi anymore. It's more sci. It's more science, because we're getting to that point, right? If you've seen Avatar, the movie, it kind of deals with virtual, almost, this guy gets into the world of the aliens or whatnot or whatever, but he can't walk. So he can't walk. But in the movie, he gets, I guess, in the body or the mind of one of the whatever. But that's kind of cool.
There's like a flip side to virtual reality. You're just like, wow, it's weird. And people are going to just become like, be sitting in the recliners for days at a time. And it's like, well, but then at the same time, for some people, it's like, it'll
people
be like
who are doing that already.
It'll be like heaven. But for some people, like that, their reality is like, they don't have legs, or they have thoughts, but they can only say one word, eons. Like, be like heaven for them. So,
I
have a question. Why'd you choose speech therapy? Is it?
Yes.
As your profession?
So my first plan was to be just a teacher, to teach agriculture classes. I started doing that, and I was like, well, this really kind of sucks. So my sister-in-law is an occupational therapist, and she got me into sort of the therapies mindset of thinking about careers that way. And I was like, oh, this speech sounds really good, because I'm fascinated by the human condition, and communication is kind of at the center of all of it. And there's so many ways it can break down, like so many bizarre ways, and it has such a big impact on your life. So it was something that it was just interesting. I hate to be bored. I have a low tolerance for boredom. So there's so many different directions you can take with the speech therapy thing.
That's interesting, because I listen to Jordan Peterson sometimes. It doesn't always engage me, but I like when he talks about, he starts drilling down onto things that are just so common, like how we communicate, like the word, like, and he starts drilling down on that, like, basic human function of like communicating to each other with words and whatever, facial expressions, hands. And it's like, it's deep.
It is. And that's like autism. That's why I like it right now. That's my current fascination with my job. Like, some people just don't have the wiring to recognize or do facial expressions. Like, how do you not have that? Like, how do you not know that's what face they're making? Like, that's it's hard for us to think about, but for them, like, what are you talking about?
That's interesting.
It is neat to nerd out about and drill down in.
What's like the next step for you? Is it, or you just kind of at the, like, what's the next phase for that career path?
I'm really interested in behavior lately, and I'm kind of thinking about doing like a dual certification of behavioral analysis. I just got to figure out how to get the degrees I have now to let me get certified in that, like maybe just take a few courses or something, because I don't want to do everything over. But I'm thinking about going towards that direction.
Cool. You looks like you've got more space in that wall behind you for another degree or two. So
Yeah.
I tried to move my computer so you guys wouldn't see those because that's nerdy as shit, man.
Oh no, you should be proud and flaunt those motherfuckers.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Well, this is what I do. Like when I had to do teletherapy when COVID was here, this was the space I used. Everything else does not look like this.
Your dirty clothes are like on a chair, like 2 feet away from you.
They literally
what if you're a parent, your kid's getting online for therapy and they have like, and it's you with Manny's background.
See, I thought about Manny's background when I was sitting down. I'm like, shit, I want some posters. I need like some cool stuff like Manny's lair is.
Well, yeah, some kid, it was, I don't know, like a lot of kids will be like, this is the coolest dude I've ever seen.
Yeah.
Like, what is that?
That was fun getting to see, like, so when we first started doing the online therapy thing, my kids would be like, this is my dog, this is my room, like taking me on a tour of their house and stuff. That cool. Was really neat. Yeah, I enjoyed that.
Is most of your stuff online now still, or back to in person?
Back in person.
Okay. That's good.
Yeah.
All right. So I don't even know where we were. That's good.
I got back to the Ace themed. What is one thing you think he'd dislike about you?
So the best I can come up with for an answer to that question is the women are not as funny as men thing. Because he kind of backpedaled on that. Like the original claim was that he said women aren't funny, right? And he said, I didn't say that. I said they're not as funny as men. There are some women that are as funny. Like Piers was the best male comics out there.
For sure.
But I don't know if he even really, like, he's such good friends with Sarah Silverman and his relationship with Teresa, and like I don't know if he really doesn't think women can be as funny.
I thought his answer, his opinion was mainly based on volume, like amount of dudes out there trying to make people laugh versus the amount of females out there trying to make people laugh. So definitely,
probably
not necessarily the quality of it, but more like and that's what he always kind of got into that. That was interesting, like
the way I see it, and I think the way he's put it also, it's kind of like one of those, kind of like men, right? Cavemen. How are they going to attract a woman or a mate? And especially I'm sorry, but if you're not that great looking, you have to kind of put a little extra in there to attract a woman. And what's a fun way to attract a woman? Kind of make her laugh, and you want to get that attention. And and
bitches love to laugh,
right? And most women, come on, we got to be honest. Women don't need to make us laugh in order for us to be attracted to you. We'll just, she's
speak
pretty.
For yourself, man.
I mean, it's good. It's better, if they're funny. But we don't. A lot of us guys, we just, oh, cool, she's pretty. All right, hey, can I have your number? But we have to. I feel like us men have to kind of put a little extra effort to attract the woman. So our mechanism to do that is to throw in some jokes. That's why, me back in the day, going on dates, I bring my A game. I have my notepad or just kind of go over my jokes, before dinner. And then sometimes I'd be killing. I'd just kill, and then I tell her, don't forget to tip the waitress. And then that was my job. But either way, I'd make her laugh.
Yeah. That's funny.
Yeah.
And if it didn't work, then chloroform was in the other pocket.
That's right.
Rag.
Yeah. No laughing there.
Get your notepad.
No laughing matter, Chris. No laughing matter. But that's how I got it. It's our way to. We have to. So I think Chris was saying volume, right? More men, right? Because we have to. We don't have, as attractive features as many as women do, I guess.
I mean, there's a reason why there's a show on Amazon that was a big deal, The Amazing Mrs. Maisel. Like there's a reason why but there's a reason why that was like a huge hit, and it's because it's rare, like, because
it's hard to be
women in stand-up
funny,
comedy like that.
Yeah, to be a woman who has a personality and has an opinion or something to say, it's like, it's scary to a lot of you dudes a little bit. Well, it depends on the guy, of course, but like I've had guys tell me, you're scary. Dude, I'm not at all. Like, I'm really not.
Do you intimidate him?
It's probably the shotgun you keep in the back window of your truck, your pickup.
Yeah, that's right.
The two shotguns
I didn't
you keep
think
there.
about that. Maybe, yeah.
Do you wear your cowboy boots
The
on dates?
Let's Go Brandon.
Sometimes.
You've got on the
in the back of the pickup
have
truck.
A Let's Go Brandon. No, I don't have any.
I was just kidding because a couple months ago, like 2 days after it came out, man, he was like, "That's old news. That's not going to catch on." And like every day I drive to work, I see
it. I was just over it.
I know. I'm embellishing a little bit, but then so every day I go to, like today, I told you guys I saw somebody's back of a pickup on the way to work in traffic had "Let's Go Brandon" on the back.
That's going to be around 20 years from now.
In big letters.
Yeah.
This is just a dude with like a $75,000 truck. It's like 2 years old with that shit on the back, going to a 9 to 5 job with "Let's Go Brandon."
Mountain Dew in one hand.
That shit, like, to get that done. I mean, it takes either you paid someone to put that on there, or it takes a little time to get that on your truck, straight.
Yeah, like you had to think about it for sure.
Yeah, you had to order the stickers, like measure it out, because
clean it. You had to clean that windshield before you put it on there.
Yeah, it's like you're dedicated to getting that message out. Yeah,
I guess.
It makes me laugh, but it also like confuses me, and it's like, I'm like, it's the whole Adam thing. Like I'm both impressed and disgusted at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
Like, yeah.
You should have gone to the website. I'm sure that's a hit right now.
Is there a "Let's Go Brandon" website?
I'm sure there is.
I've seen there was a GD tractor trailer with "Let's Go Brandon" parked at a shopping center in this area.
Yeah.
It's the most Texas thing I've ever heard.
Like truck drivers need more things to make them stand out.
Yeah. Oh my God, but it was merchandise because they were going to, like, I think they were going. They were either going to or coming from Texas Motor Speedway.
Gotcha.
Where you go to. I don't know if you've been to a NASCAR race. I hope you have, as a North Carolinian. But there's just trailers and trailers and trailers of merchandise set up. So
Myrtle Beach looking shit.
Mm-hmm.
You guys don't know about Myrtle Beach, I guess.
Myrtle Beach was my family vacation destination for a long time when I was a kid. Yeah. I had family in Durham. That's why I know a little bit about North Carolina. And we used to stop there. And then we go to Myrtle Beach in South Carolina.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
All right.
That was our destination because it was kind of more family friendly than Ocean City, Maryland.
Oh, okay.
Because Ocean City, Maryland had a lot of people from Pennsylvania coming down and dirtying up the streets.
Dirty Pennsylvanians.
I know, they were ruining it, so we had to go south. But it's more like the water was warmer and it was very much quieter. Yeah. So yeah, Myrtle Beach, South Carolina.
I'm glad you enjoyed the beaches.
Yeah.
Okay. So you intimidate
Let's Go
men.
Brandon merchandise. You intimidate men with your shotguns and your Let's Go Brandon memorabilia.
My wit, my clever wit.
Oh, that too.
No, okay. Yeah,
I love that wit.
Your intelligence, all your degrees and whatnot.
Half wit.
Yeah, shoot. No, it takes a a secure man, right, to be able to go out with a smart woman, smart, attractive, has her own money, right? And so I mean that would make a good partner if he, let's say he makes less than you, but he doesn't worry about that, doesn't trip about it, then
he better be funny.
He better be
funny
and be able to fix stuff too.
Either fix stuff and a big hog.
Dude, if he can fix stuff, that is the most attractive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You just got a glimpse into Robbie's needs.
For longer than. Go ahead.
My ladies have to fix stuff and have a big hog. Okay.
I got to follow up. What is one of your least favorite of Ace's takes?
I really don't have one.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
I really don't. I put a lot of thought into that, and I told all my friends probably 2 or 3 years ago. Like, we talk about cults a lot, my friends and I, because I'm fascinated by that.
What's your favorite cult?
Probably
does it involve does it involve oysters that are blue?
Oh, cults. I thought you said cults. I was like, really? I thought you said cults.
Cults. Like,
okay.
I don't know. The Jim Jones deal was wild.
Is that the Kool-Aid guy and the island down there? Okay.
Yeah, just because there's so many pictures from the aftermath of that. I think that's why it's my favorite one.
Okay.
Wasn't there like some government, like there were like senator, like there was like a Senate committee that went down there and found. Oh yeah, it was
and got shot at, and like, yeah, it was a big mess.
It's been a couple years since I saw a documentary on that, but I was freaked out by like I didn't catch up on that part, that there were like senator, like government officials, elected people that went down there, and
a journalist.
Yeah, like that's how concerned the whole country was with this group.
It was a problem.
Oh, that kind of goes around to you liking being into like behavior and communication, right? Because these cult leaders, they have to be able to be good communicators and fool all these people, and who knows what kind of magic they hold over these people, right?
Yeah, and they're all so full of shit. Yeah. Like you hear them talk, like, what are you even saying? But it's just like their timing and their like the people they choose to, like the words they use to make them feel like, even Charles Manson, like he was just a wormy little dude, but he had like women falling over him, killing people for him,
Robbie,
because he could use words good.
Make some notes when we start our cult. We don't want it to come off as creepy. All right. Cut this part out later, man.
Okay.
Make sure you're taking notes. All right.
Okay. All right. Got it.
Back to the show. Yeah.
Take 2.
Cults. Okay. But yeah, it's part of the human condition though, right? Like you said, and like that fascination, and it comes from this, this human desire to like feel connected to something, right? Like when people don't feel connected to something, they're vulnerable to that kind of thing, so it comes from a place that's so human. It's understandable, but it's also like so fucked up,
It is.
But you're just like, I don't know.
Okay, so your friends, right? You and your friends.
Yeah.
I've never been in a cult for that long.
No, if you guys were to fall into one, what type of cult would you want to fall into?
And as long as it's a sex cult, then
I do like Kool-Aid. I mean, Kool-Aid is good.
Yeah. Kool-Aid.
Like
Okay.
Kool-Aid's fun.
Yeah, I mean, if they're handing out free Kool-Aid.
The Ruby Ridge deal seemed legit. Like that David Koresh guy, he kind of played guitar a little bit. Like
the Waco, David Koresh was nuts, but
not Ruby, but yeah, the Waco guy.
The Ruby Ridge thing was that was about taxes, right? Or taxes, or
using my cult
weapon. Yeah, you're mixing all these cults together.
Yeah,
but I don't know.
As long as, or if they give me free Nikes, what was that called that with the Nikes?
Heaven's Gate, was it?
Heaven's Gate.
The NBA.
Yeah.
The NBA is a cult.
Yeah.
Oh, Heaven's Gate, right? Oh yeah, that was
a weird one.
They thought they were gonna ascend onto that comet that was passing through, whatever.
Yeah.
They were sure about it too, man. They were.
Yeah, the leader's name was like Applebee or Applegate or Apple something. I forget the name.
Something weird.
Yeah.
Strange name.
Right now,
but,
somewhere in the world, somewhere in the United States, I would guess, there's a group right now meeting about this. There's a group right now sitting in someone's living room being like, all right, guys, we figured out the date. We need to get on Amazon and order our jumpsuits right now because we got the date. It's next year. There's a group right now thinking about that.
There probably is. This is the day. This is the day that it's going to happen.
They're getting a date figured out. They're, telling people to sign up for their memberships and to donate because it's coming. Yeah, there's a group right now thinking about that.
I want to go to one of those snake handling churches. You guys seen that stuff?
I've seen those.
Oh yeah. We were talking to someone was on our show not that long ago that was talking about speaking in tongues. Or I could be making that up.
No, we did get into that. I can't remember I don't know if it was with Jane when we had our religious themed episode or if it was a guest as well.
That I think we talked about with a guest. Yeah. I've been to one church where they started speaking in tongues. We were, you know what? We were in the Carolinas. We were in Myrtle Beach.
Great. That's South Carolina. That's different. That's a whole different country.
Okay. We'll go along with you on that for now.
That's a
yeah,
show
I was in Myrtle Beach, South
love
Carolina. My dad, my mom, my stepdad, we went to church. So they were like, well, it's Sunday. We need to find a church. They found us a church that I guess there's no internet. There's no review. There's no Google reviews. Yeah. There's no Yelp for churches. Yes. So they just pick one that I guess the name of the church in the yellow pages looks similar to the church we went to back home. We show up there and, I'm in my OP shorts and I got my
your slingshot.
I got my Vornay sunglasses on. I'm not even kidding. I'm not even joking around. I got OP gear on. I got my Vornay sunglasses on. I'm walking in there and everybody's in suits.
And then they just surprise. Here's a head full of snakes.
Yeah, well, I don't know if there were snakes, but dude started talking in tongues. I remember we just got him and walked out. Like, I'm not real fond of my stepdad. Like he's not my stepdad. I wasn't real fond of him, but man, he would walk out of places. I didn't respect that part. We walked out of Denny's. We walked out of Denny's on the regular. Like if it was slow, like there was something wrong, or we just walk out.
Depending on what, I think that's good. I think it's kind of it's brave to just get up and walk out.
I said it out loud. I said it out loud, and then I replayed it back in my head.
Yeah.
In the last 10 seconds, it doesn't sound as good. It doesn't sound good.
Well, unless it's you're walking out on your family. I think.
Yeah, no. He was like, "Let's go. We're all leaving."
Yeah.
Yeah. If you've had enough, if the situation is not
like my eggs over Miami or Miami are messed up.
Yeah.
Like I didn't order this.
You're like, let me just finish my hash browns.
I said root and tooty, fresh and fruity breakfast.
His expectations might have been too high for a Denny's, though.
That's a fair point.
That's the part that's catching me. Like that's the part.
The church thing I get. Like
next time I tell that story, it's going to be a different restaurant.
Yeah,
it's going to be a McCormick
Outback Steakhouse.
Oh, no, it's going to be an Applebee's. Yeah.
All right, I have another question for you. Do you have a favorite lackey?
Is Max Zapata still a lackey? Do we still consider him a lackey?
Yeah.
He's definitely my favorite then. We used to listen to Allison Rosen Is Your New Best Friend.
Right.
The podcast that she did
on Thursdays.
When she on Thursdays. When she got that email saying she was no longer on the show.
I remember that famous incident. Yeah.
Yeah. I love Max Zapata. He's such a freaking good sport, man. And his work ethic is great. Like, just what an all-around good guy. Yeah, he's my favorite.
That's true. Yeah, I wonder if Fondelier is flown the coop.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I guess.
I wonder if there'll come a day where Max Zapata says, "I'm out."
I hope not. I don't want to think about that right now.
I'm going to go produce for Brad Pitt's podcast.
Well, maybe it would be an option.
Joe Coy, fellow Filipino brother. Fellow Pinoy.
Yeah, that'd be effed up. Yeah, if there was like a beef between Adam and Joe Coy over Max Zapata.
God, wouldn't Adam make some great jokes about that though?
Like, you don't appreciate him. You said he was what did he say? He was like, because Max Zapata was like, I'm Asian, and Ace said something like more of a boat pushing Asian or something like that.
Wow,
that made me die. Yeah,
eating the shrimp with the tails.
Because he was trying to take credit for being like good at math Asian.
Yeah,
gotcha.
Yeah, you're the boat.
Would you like me to
Asian, not the good at math Asian?
Yeah, if you guys want to take a break, Elizabeth and I can, dig deeper into this hole.
No, hey, and while we're on the subject of Max Zapata, congrats to him getting married recently.
Yeah,
I loved hearing all the and seeing all the photos and hearing everything about how everyone enjoyed their time.
I saw that, but I don't know why. Did I think he was already married? I don't know why.
They were engaged for a long time.
They've been talking about it for a long time. Yeah, there's been. I remember he was talking about it on. And I think he was even talking about it on the Two Daves podcast.
Yeah,
Dave Damashek.
There was some
Daves of Thunder.
There were some hiccups, COVID. I think
the
venue that he was going to have the wedding. I think Dave ran with the money, something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
and so there was a whole bunch of stuff that got in the way.
Okay. All right.
Yeah,
So
nice about it.
we've talked about Adam Carolla. We've talked about Elizabeth Love for him. We've talked about your job, what you do for money. What do you do for fun? We heard you have some
we hear
YouTube obsession. Tell us about it.
So right now I'm obsessed with predator catchers on YouTube. Dabs against predators.
Amateur predator.
Yeah, no, they're kind of pro at it. Some of these guys have quit their jobs and they do this full time now.
Nice. So this is not your NBC, Dateline Catch a Predator.
No, this is real. This is some real public shaming style stuff. The DAP guys, they'll go into like a mall or a Walmart or even a convenience store sometimes, and they'll, corner the guy, and they'll get confirmation that it's the same guy and talk to him a little bit. And then when he starts getting where he's like, I don't know, he starts getting that shifty look in his eye, like I'm looking for the egg that I'm getting out of here. He makes an announcement. He goes, "Excuse me, everybody, this man's here to meet a 13-year-old girl for sex."
Whoa.
So their deal is that they don't have a bait house. They're like, meet me somewhere. Meet me in the sporting goods section at Walmart.
Exactly. And they make sure it's deep in that
Piggly Wiggly.
Too exact, Chris.
Meet me at the Winn.
Too much detail.
Meet me at the Winn-Dixie sounds like a family-friendly movie.
It does.
Yeah.
What could be
but
wrong
not in this case. Yeah. So that's what they stage it there. Okay.
Yeah. And they walk them, they'll follow them all the way out to the car, announce that to all of the people in the store, and they get their license plate number and stuff.
That's pretty dumb of them, because they could follow Adam's advice for these guys that are predators. You know how he says that
the pizza delivery.
Just show up with the pizza, and when John Hansen shows up, hey, can I talk to you? It just, I'm here delivering a pizza.
Exactly.
Well, maybe they were listening and they were like, we can't have a bait house because Adam Carolla said.
That's right.
Yeah.
You know what? You might be right.
So
Adam did give the cheat code to pedophilia on the show. He said it multiple times with the pizza.
That's right.
But it was by accident, purely by accident.
Yeah.
So they're
okay.
So they're kind of amateurs. So they've got YouTube channels, Facebook groups, things like that, Patreon. They're getting sponsorships.
Oh yeah.
Guys, I think we need to have a little side Endless Ranters pedophile catchers edition.
Let's do it.
I think we should. Yeah, we can do that.
We can go after somebody.
That's fun.
I love how Chris is just itching to get his vigilantism on.
Yeah.
We can find
it seems like there's a lot of groups out there that got the pedophiles covered. I'm trying to think of a group that I don't like that doesn't have enough people after them, in an organized way.
Puerto Ricans?
No, I'm good with them.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm good with them.
All right.
Yeah,
I learned a lot about you, Rob.
Yeah, when I lived in Florida, all the Hispanics are Puerto Ricans and Cubans there.
Oh, for sure. Yeah.
Totally different.
I have family in Puerto Rico, actually. Shout out. Hola, amiga. ¿Cómo está? Yeah.
They do buy the same candles at Target, though.
Well, with the Jesus?
Florida and Texas have the same.
With the saints?
Saint.
Yeah, we got those here.
Candle saint sections. Yeah.
Okay. All right.
They worship the same candles, is what I'm trying to say.
They worship the same candles. And there's an aisle in the Piggly Wiggly. The P-Wig's got them.
Yeah. That's where the Catch a Predators Espanol.
Yeah.
That's where they meet them.
Or the Wawa. Any Wawas over there?
Oh man, Wawa. I grew up around Wawas in Baltimore, and there was a Wawa by my college campus everybody used to shoplift from.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. That was the thing.
Did you do that when you had your dangly earring on?
Oh, my Gumby earring? No, I think I was out of my.
You have a dangle earring.
He had one.
Yeah, I got my ear pierced during senior week after high school. My earring of choice was a dangling Gumby.
Gumby?
Did you get it at Claire's?
What? Did I get
it from Claire's at the mall?
I don't know.
Hot topic.
No, it's in Ocean City, Maryland, at a tattoo shop or something.
Okay.
Don't remember it. I remember when I came home, my mom freaked out and my dad laughed at me in my face.
I hope there's
That's a
photographic
perfect
evidence.
reaction.
Oh man.
And I was
Oh,
thinking,
God,
I was
I'd love to see
expecting the opposite. I was
You're
expecting my
your
mom
dad
to
to high five. You'd be like, "Yeah, way to go, Chris."
Yeah.
no,
good
he laughed in
job.
my face like you know, like really like really hurtful, condescending. Like
Oh,
I was like, Dad, you're supposed to get mad and show me you cared. Instead, he was just
I
like,
love that reaction from him. I think that's perfect.
yeah. My mom freaked out. She was like, "Oh my God, your dad's gonna," And then my dad laughed at me. I'll never forget that.
Because you look ridiculous.
Not a good laugh either. Not
Oh,
a good
shit.
laugh. Not a character building laugh. More like a. Anyway. All right, let's
A
wrap
little
it up,
bit of
guys.
that, though, right? A little.
Let's wrap it up.
Okay.
Where's my tissues at?
All right. Oh, okay.
No, that was my earring story.
Got it.
I wish I had that gum earring still. I still have a
I
hole.
wish you did too.
Yeah.
But did it close up? I'm sure.
I didn't buy it. It was probably just handed to me. I don't know.
Just
put
some
it in.
random earrings. Like, here you go. Where'd you come from? I don't know. Just put it in.
There was no such thing as hepatitis. These are all back then. These are all modern diseases.
Of course it is. Of course it is.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, so
why are we talking about this?
Because we were talking about
pedophiles.
Her
pedophile earrings.
Pedophiles and earrings. And
Yeah.
a pedophile would wear a Gumby looking earring. I mean,
I
that's
think
lined
so.
up.
Yeah.
Maybe now, not in the 80s. Come on. You're showing your age. Come on.
Okay, so what about this? So you like? Is it kind of like cart narcs? You've seen cart narcs, right?
What's
Is that your
Carnark?
obsession? That's
my obsession. I love cart narcs. Well, there's a guy that catches people outside of supermarkets leaving their carts in places that they shouldn't. They need to put the carts in the cart corral. But this guy, this hero, comes in and shames everybody, and he even has his little alarm and siren, woo, woo. And then his little, and he confronts them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm
He lets them
conflicted.
know about it.
I'm conflicted. I'm conflicted on this guy.
Oh, yeah,
because I do hate that people don't put their carts back.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Yeah.
But I would also run this guy over in a parking lot.
Yeah.
Or if I even saw him, I would just run him over. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I feel like you could channel all that feeling into something more impactful for society. Like you might inconvenience someone who works their day by leaving a cart out, but
see, here's the conflict. 'Cause it's like, is there anything more important right now than people putting their shopping carts back in the parking lot in my local Kroger? Are you though? That's where I'm conflicted.
You know what?
It's like maybe this guy is a hero. Maybe I should run him over. Maybe I should run him over. Maybe he is a hero.
Yeah.
Maybe he's both.
Can I rant for a second? I was at Costco maybe two weeks ago. And I had put everything in the car already. So I was ready to put the cart away. And I see these two kind of late, maybe 19-year-olds that worked. They had the Costco vest and they were basically rolling down the carts, the line of carts. It was like, I don't know, 10 or 12 carts. And then I get close to him because he was on my way to the cart corral. And I said, "Oh, can I leave this with you?" He's like, "Just leave it back. Can you just take it back there? I'm too tired." I'm like, really? Like when I was like 15, 16, 17 working, did I ever tell like a customer, "I'm too tired"? I'm like, you're freaking 18, 19. You're too tired pushing around carts. Dude, I would have my I would have my Fitbit and counting my steps or something. But it really pissed me off. So what I did was I just left my cart like literally just a few feet away, not in the cart corral. I'm like, dude, fetch my cart later on. I'm getting in my car.
It's because they're not unionized yet.
Yeah.
Once they're unionized, they'll be like, "Yes, sir.
Yeah, exactly.
Let me get that for you."
Yeah.
No. I don't know. Maybe they're watching your cart narc guy and they're feeling like empowered, or they're feeling.
That's the problem with the cart narc guy.
Yeah,
it
was probably my cart narc baseball cap that I was wearing.
At the time.
That was probably it.
Yeah,
he'd seen it too.
Okay, so YouTube. So you like watching those pedophiles get caught, which is awesome.
Love it.
Is there anything else on YouTube?
But it's more than that, though, isn't it? It's like you like seeing those encounters. Like
I do. I like seeing
them squirm.
yeah, I love
Like
the
how's
look
the
on the
how's
dude's
the
face.
pedo gonna react? Like, yeah, it's very
They all react the same way, which is interesting.
Okay.
Yeah.
They all give you the this is my first time doing this. I was just going to be a friend. I was going to be a mentor to this child.
Yeah.
I was going to buy them dinner. You know, it's all the same.
Yeah, exactly. I was going to warn them from about these situations. Yeah, right. Exactly.
It's all that. But these guys have gotten so good. They'll have them. They go off the Chris Hansen thing of bring condoms or bring a soda or something specific. They have them do that, and they make them show it, pull it out. Like they show the pictures they sent, exchanged. So you know the intent is there, but they still all do the same story, backpedaling, and you can see their brain, like the wheels turning in there. Oh, I'm gonna say
they
this,
lie.
I'll believe this.
They lie like 10-year-olds. Also a 10-year-old. They lie like like that's like
a lot of them seem to be really developmentally stuck.
Right.
In a
I just kind of like
16-year-old.
That just kind of clicked because you were saying that, and I was like, oh, that's how my 10-year-old lies about stuff.
Yeah.
As if I've never heard a lie, but like as if I was born yesterday, like as if I wasn't 10 and told a lie before. Yeah.
It's very childlike.
They're very certain,
reaction.
like they're very certain in those lies. Like they're like, this is gonna work. This lie is gonna work.
Yeah, and they sell it. They ride that till they get shown the actual proof.
Well, it's sad. Yeah, I guess it's good. I guess they're stopping him is good, but then there's also something about the confrontation that's kind of.
The police don't care is the most annoying part of it. And I know it's like there's a line there. I don't ever want anyone to get in trouble for thought crimes. You know, like true, it was not an actual child you were talking to, and maybe they did say stuff that would be more enticing than if it were an actual child.
There's weird entrapment things. I think there's been some cases, maybe some counties where they did the catch a predator thing where they don't do it anymore because the local DA there was just like, sorry, I'm going to throw all this stuff out because like I'm not going to waste everybody's money trying all these cases when one lawyer with one letter can basically get all this stuff thrown out.
Right.
Like, yeah. So,
well, it's kind of like
I'm sure the groups have caught on to that, know where they need to go. So.
Well, it's like bait cars, right? The police they put those cars to bring. I don't know. I get the whole entrapment thing, but were they going to do it anyway? If right. So if there was a kid, were they going to do it anyway? Were they going to contact?
Oh, 100%.
Yeah. Well, like a week or two ago, I was kind of like listening to Tim Pool. He talks about this optimism bias and like optimism bias. Like we are all kind of biased towards things are going to work out, right? And I kind of thinking about, or I don't know, it's a weird thing, but I was thinking about this proactive bias. Like we're obsessed with this now. Like being reactive is bad. You should be proactive. Whereas proactive is really just you're being reactive just earlier. So it gets into a weird gray area where it's like, were they going to do that? Or were you helping them escalate, by enticing them or whatever? At some point, if you would, after like a day of chatting, when they were like halfway convinced to meet at the pig, you would say like, hey, you're fucked, dude. Like you would have just been like, you're fucked. I got all this on camera. I got all this recorded. Don't ever do this again. Like, I don't know, like to stop it, but it's like proactive. No. We want to follow this through and like get them red-handed. I don't know.
The intent is there. Like I've put a lot of thought in it.
But it has to be a crime. There has to be a crime. And if you're enticing and trapping, like getting someone to go along with it, like suggesting a crime to somebody, like, believe me, like I want these fuckers locked up. Like I want them gone. But it's like, for the protection of my kids, but I also want my kids to grow up in a world where they can't be locked up for thought crimes or baited or entrapped into some other financial crime. Like maybe one day my kid has an accountant that's like, yeah, this is cool. It's a gray area, but it's cool. We can do this. We can do this and save you a lot of money. And they're like, okay,
and that's great.
Okay. And it's like, oh, it turns out that there was a task force at work trying to catch white collar crime and like entrapping people into taking tax, because it's the same thing, you know. And it's like in the name of being proactive, in the name of stopping a crime, a future crime from happening, we're going to be real proactive. And I don't know, it's a weird thing. There's a we don't need to get into it. There's a big news case about that recently too.
Yeah, it's definitely a thin line. They make the guys initiate the meet attempt though. Like they don't ever say, "Hey, come meet me." They make them say, "Hey, meet me." So that makes it a little bit okay. I mean, it's a lot okay. These guys are creeps. Like they're all.
Yeah, it's really It's like, it really is. But it's I don't know.
I know. It's weird though, because I want to be able
very
to say
conflicting.
Words and be okay. But.
Well,
so
kind of I was gonna say real quick is like Elizabeth was saying, some of these that I've seen like on Chris Hansen, they're like, you know, they're stuck. Some, you know, like it also makes me feel like it's like, dude, like either I don't know. I kind of struggle with that too, because some of these people, it seems like there's something not right up there, you know. That's
what gets me too. There's some that they are visibly like intellectually disabled. There have been some that you could just tell, like there's no question this kid was in sped class. Like, you know, should he be held to the same standards? Because he knows, like, he's hiding from these guys, and he's trying, like, he knows, like, they established on film that they know that he knows this is wrong. But he did it anyway. So
well, you add that element of like, now this person may be mentally impaired, and you've got authorities, you know, like with a goal, like their end goal is a video that makes them money. You know, part of it. I mean, their end goal is
to entertain me. Their goal is entertain me.
Yeah, their end goal is to, you know, stop pedophiles. But there's a side goal. Their side goal is to fund their operation.
Right.
And the way they fund their operation is by producing a video content. So they don't, you know, there's a mix there of we want to stop it. We also want to make some money to keep our operation going, to stop more.
Right.
And it gets
awareness.
My obsession that I'm very conflicted about as well are these First Amendment audit videos.
The auditors,
yeah, the First Amendment auditors, because there's a time in my life where I'd have been like, I'd just run these people over because they're annoying AF, you know, like they're really annoying, and I'm like, what's the point? But I'm starting to kind of come around to like, I get their point. Yeah. So long and short, like there are these guys, you can, if you Google it, you YouTube it, whatever, Facebook, there's groups everywhere, but First Amendment auditors, they basically go with a video camera, you know, streaming live to public property. And generally it's like outside of prison, outside of police station, outside of city hall. And they start videoing what's in plain sight. And pretty much everywhere, if you're on public property and you video, like you can video anything you can see. Whether it's an FBI office, people going in and out of the front door of an FBI building or whatever it is, a prison, whatever, you can video it. And it's like, it's really shocking how many police don't know this. Like how many people that we entrust with our safety, with like that have elevated rights over us, you know, who don't know like basic things about the Constitution. Like,
and they get mad.
Basic shit. And then, that's part of it, is like the ignorance. And then the short fuses, short fuses on some of these guys. Like,
you can see how stuff goes wrong when you see who you're dealing with and you give them a gun and it's like,
I mean, I just encourage people to watch that, especially if you've never had a run-in with the police before. You know, like my experience with the police has been traffic stops where I'm like pissed, but just pissed about money. You know, not pissed about my freedoms or my civil rights being violated. But it's kind of eye-opening. It's eye-opening because a lot of the auditors are just like, they're just white dudes, everyday white dudes, whatever. And it surprises the police, and the police get real agitated. Who's
your favorite channel?
Oh, shoot. Man, I wish I'd, so I'm trying to think, because I watch a lot of this guy's videos, but they get shared a lot by other sites.
Oh yeah. Gotcha.
So his channel isn't popping into my head right now, but I'll share a couple because it's interesting. And I'm like, these guys are annoying. I understand why the police are just like, because I've told you, if I'm a policeman, watch out.
Oh yeah, me too.
Because
don't ever give me that authority.
Oh, I would be Charles Bronson.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
In Death Wish.
Yeah. Yeah.
Here.
Like, Monk. What? Excuse me, Chief. What is the biggest gun I can have on my holster?
Yeah.
Like, I'll have that, please.
Can I have a bazooka?
Monkey's uncle says, who knew, quote, who knew when they were a kid that so many adults would be horrible at their jobs? Adam Lakers Corolla.
That's right.
Yes.
And everything ties back to that, to Adam, like an Atomism, where he was just like, but you know what? I just tell my kid, now I'm just like, son, these grown-ups, man.
Watch out for him. Keep your eye out.
I gotta tell
the dumbest kids you went to high school with, or
during the when I was during all the COVID stuff and the lockdowns and everything, like we had a lot of conversations about rules and like what's right, wrong, like what's happening, and like every conversation ended with like, all right, son, adults are stupid. Because it's like he's confused because he's thinking like, what's going on? Like what?
It's
like,
so confusing.
You guys are supposed to like, why are adults doing this? So when you say like, listen, a lot of adults are pretty dumb, then it starts to make sense. And it's like, oh, okay. So it's like, I'm kind of like, don't hide it anymore.
Yeah, you can't. Like with,
might give them an advantage.
With the internet, everything's out there. You can't really hide a whole lot.
Yeah.
But you still got to obey.
Yep. Yeah, like it's more
unless
like
you're right and they're wrong, and then
read the situation. Yeah, a lot of read the situation. So
yeah.
All right. Let's see. I gotta plug my computer in real quick. Give me a sec.
Okay, so
you guys go on.
Yeah. So Elizabeth was asking you what your favorite channel is. Well, what about you, Elizabeth? Do you actually have a channel that you continually watch, you subscribe to, that you watch on, I guess, on YouTube?
Yes, I've got two. Dads Against Predators.
Okay.
They're DAP, and then PP Official is the other one. The guy's name is Alex Rosen. He's got a few different channels because they keep getting taken down.
Oh yeah. For
various reasons.
For sure.
So yeah, those are the two that are my favorite.
Okay. All right. I pay for YouTube because I don't like the commercials. So,
yeah, they same.
Right. Yeah. So sometimes I'm working on the computer, or I'm either cooking or doing stuff at home, and I'll just watch random videos, and I'm like, oh, this one looks interesting. Oh, this one looks interesting. And yeah, I like all that true life stuff, and I like what you like as well. Also, I watch this channel. This guy's name is Mr. Ballin. He used to be.
Yeah.
Have you heard of him?
He uses his hands a lot.
Yeah,
he's good. He has some interesting stuff.
Yeah. Well, he tells a lot of stories. He's a former Navy SEAL, so he tells a lot of real life stories. Most of them are like kind of horrific or scary or creepy stories, but pretty much they're all real life stories. Like this happened, or this could happen to you if this. Like there's one episode where he talks about like the tightest places in the world where people have gotten stuck, and
oh wow,
yeah, spelunkers and all that stuff. And some of it kind of sad where he says there was one cave where these friends went, and they kept on going deeper and more in down the cave. Finally, one of the guys got stuck, and then he couldn't move, and he goes, guys, I think I'm stuck. And the more he breathed in, the tighter the space got, and all that stuff. And eventually they ran to get the authorities. Obviously, they were kind of in the middle of sort of nowhere. By the time they got there, he was already just fading out. Eventually, they could not get the person out of that cave. And they just basically, he died there, and he's still there. The body's still there. So anyways, Mr. Ballin tells a lot of these kind of stories, from all over the world. So that's what I like. He releases like 3 videos a week, and they're usually 30 minutes, but I'm all into that because it's kind of creepy, but also kind of real life stuff. You know what I mean?
And it's interesting.
It's
interesting to hear about that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
You know what not to do.
What not to do. Yeah. I'm all about what not to do.
Me too.
Yeah.
Me too.
Yeah. And plus I'm older now. So I've seen too many just accidents on video.
Mhm.
So now I'm a little more careful. Just call me boring, but I'm a little more careful now.
I would rather watch other people getting in bad situations than myself getting them in that.
Yeah. So I don't know, Manny. Mo, man, you watch any YouTube shows or channels?
I watch People's Party, Talib Kweli every Monday, and then on Tuesdays I watch So What's Up with DJ Premier, and
a lot of hip hop.
Yeah, and also every once in a while I'll check in and see what is it for Canon's sake, that young Ripa 5'9". I'll check out a few of his. Oh
yeah,
actually one that I do watch just because the guy doesn't put out freaking videos. It's Mother's Basement. It's just like anime centric. So
gotcha.
That's a cool name.
Yeah,
you should share those with our group, man.
You should. I'll check those out.
Yeah.
Well, there you go. Write down, take some notes.
I'll dabble.
That's right.
But you got to share it. My short-term memory is not so good. So
that's all right. We'll just spam the messenger group.
No, you're right. Or one of these on our Facebook group. It'd be great to like see what we all kind of watch on YouTube. There's another guy.
To know that.
I forget his name, but he doesn't really release many videos now. But he'll play. He does a lot of synth rock, and he plays along on his electric guitar with over like kind of other synth rock pop songs. And he's an awesome guitar player, and he just plays along with the song. So I like to watch that guy. And sometimes again I'll be doing stuff around the house and I'll be listening to him play on YouTube. So
that sounds really.
It's cool. No pedophile catching, but it is.
Hey,
I mean, you got to light it up. Yeah, exactly.
You got
it's a foot tapping music.
Man, I'm trying to find one of the First Amendment audit channel I watch the most, but all that's popping up is like it's all his videos, but all shared by different groups.
Mm-hmm.
And then it pisses me off because the Young Turks have glommed onto this, and they've started doing their own on their channel. They play this guy's videos and then do their commentary on top of his videos.
That's cheap.
Yeah, which he probably doesn't mind because it gets him out there.
He's probably great for him though. Yeah.
But they're just like, why make content when we can just,
piggyback off that.
Yeah.
Well, speaking of YouTube,
and the reaction videos, we can get
I've talked to Chris and Manny about all these reaction channels where all they do there is sit and watch videos, and they have like 100, 200, 300,000 followers, and they just sit there and maybe chuckle. And I'm like, dude,
DJ Khaled concept. You just point a lot.
Yeah, point at the screen.
There's a lot. I think there's a lot more of them now. There's a lot more reaction type videos, but the first ones I caught on to were basically just black dudes listening to classic rock.
or watching,
like black dudes listening to like, they were like, I never heard Led Zeppelin before.
Yeah.
Like Jesus and Mira. You guys know them, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They were on HBO, I think.
Yeah. They, some of their reaction videos were hilarious.
Yeah, and I think they started on YouTube, right? And then they got an HBO show or Showtime.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
I think it's just I was like fascinated that like there's somebody that's never heard a Pink Floyd song before. You know what I mean? And then it's like, you see the guy listen to it, it's like very foreign to them, but they're just like, okay. I like
Kids
I don't know, I like that.
Nirvana was good too.
I like that open. I think I like the thing about those reaction videos is the open-mindedness.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Because it's not like
it's opportunity for everyone to learn.
Yeah. Just like setting that example of like keep an open mind, keep keeping an open stance.
To all the Spanish speakers out there, one of my favorite artists, and it's a little embarrassing because people say he's very conceited and egotistical, is Mariah Carey's ex-boyfriend, Luis Miguel. And he's got a beautiful voice. He plays a lot of old ballads, that other people have written. But there are reaction videos of a couple particular songs of his. and there have been some where it's actual voice coaches and singers that will watch that particular song or two. They'll react to it and they'll kind of pause and they'll say, oh, this is where, you know, he enters into this whatever. And but it's one or two songs that I love a lot, but I like watching that as well. And you get to listen to the song. So
yeah,
I was always more team Nick Cannon.
No, not me.
I mean, like down with Luis.
Yeah.
Nick Cannon was a dweeb.
Whatever. You dweeb with a rockin' turban.
Whatever you liked him. There you go.
No, he's I don't know what Nick Cannon's deal is. Like, he seems to be changing who he is every couple years.
Yeah.
So that's suspicious.
I followed him, really, to be honest.
I mean, I haven't,
Just another example, Chris So White.
I mean, he's the one who's coming at me on America's Got Talent and all the different shows,
You're right.
Oh, yeah.
Just gotta respond. Can't just sit there quietly.
I don't really care. I don't really have an issue with Nick Cannon. Like, I don't really care.
I don't see much of what the talent is. Even his I guess he's a stand-up comedian or something.
Yeah.
I don't know. He had his wannabe Whose Line Is It Anyway, which was what was it called? Oh shoot, I forgot the name, but it was on MTV and it was like
Wild and Out.
Wild and Out. There you go. That was like the hip hop
yeah.
version of kind of Whose Line It Was.
He always seems like he's swinging for something else. Like
he must have a huge hog.
Oh my, maybe that's probably what it is.
I mean, he got Mariah Carey.
That's true.
Him and Pete Davidson need to battle it out.
Yeah, they should sword fight for it.
Yeah.
Yeah, the reaction videos are really cool. Yeah, I like the music, but I think now, like, I know there's a lot of reaction videos, like, political things, movie things, songs, ideas, whatnot.
The market's saturated.
Yeah.
Well, I already told Chris I've never heard a Grateful Dead song ever, so we can do. He's a Grateful Dead fan, so we can do one where I listen and watch a video and react.
Yeah, man, I've been building a playlist for you on my Amazon Music.
Okay.
I don't know how to work Spotify.
Not to poison this whole experiment, but I hate the Grateful Dead.
Well, it's okay.
Passion. I love that you love them. I've tried to like them. I have a lot of friends who are huge fans, but
yeah, they've had some good concerts in North Carolina. Are you anywhere near High Point? I don't know.
Yeah, my brother lives there. It's like an hour from here.
Okay. Yeah. Well, I don't know. The Grateful Dead have just a ton of music, a ton of different, they're not, they don't have any emo, but they have a lot of different sounds, some in country, folk, acid metal, whatever you want to call it, acid jazz, whatever, but they have a lot of different sounds. They do a lot of different covers, like country songs and stuff. So yeah, Robbie, I got you, man. I'm building a playlist for you, and one day we will.
Awesome. Yeah.
It'll probably get, I don't know, it'll probably be
taken
something
down.
that we could do live on YouTube that'll be taken down immediately.
Yeah. Well, Elizabeth mentioned what is it? Wild Colonials. I've never heard of them.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Adam brought, that was a band that Adam mentioned. He loves
he likes chick bands.
He loves some chick rock.
Yeah, chick rock.
So that's where I learned that band from.
Oh, that's right. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
All right.
All right. What else is that it? That's all YouTube is, right?
Reaction videos and
music videos.
catching
pedophiles, catching bad cops, and I'm going to share some of those. I showed some of those First Amendment audit videos to my son, and he's like, I want to be an investigative journalist.
Oh, nice. You're raising a good one. That's good.
Yeah, I'm like, I like the fact that he's thinking about that now. I don't want him to be that, but I might take that. I want him like kind of thinking on the edge there, like kind of thinking about, pushing boundaries or, what your rights are. There's a lot of people that have no idea. No idea.
So many. Most people probably don't. And if they do know, they're just like, okay. And
like when I first saw those videos, it was shocking to me, some of the things that the drivers would say. Like some of them are just police stops, and the guy will roll his window down like 2 inches and start talking to the police officer. And because I guess the law in most places are like, if you can converse with the officer, then that's that. You don't have to roll your window all the way down. You can roll it down 2 inches or whatever.
Yeah.
You don't really don't even have to roll your window down at all.
Yeah, I didn't know that.
If you and the officer can communicate, I guess you got to roll it down. You got to give them your registration, insurance, and all that kind of stuff. But yeah, like the cops get pissed. They're like, and then someone will be like, "I'm ordering you right now to roll your window down."
It's like, listen, officer, I'm only keeping it rolled low because I have really bad gas. So
Yeah.
This is for your own sake, sir.
Exactly.
I don't want you to catch a contact buzz. All right.
Exactly.
You know, but then the cop, like some of the cop, there's probably some cops that are like, all right, whatever, man, here's your ticket, just fuck off. But then there's like some of them are just like, I'm ordering you.
I need to exert my power over you, damn it.
And they get real agitated. They get.
You have the time though to mess with them, like because if you're just like yes sir, it goes quicker and easier. But if you have the time to sit there, like
yeah. Well, that's another thing. It's conflicting because it's like, all right, you obviously, but you have a YouTube channel set up for this. You've got money coming in on this. Like, there's something like, I know your goal is you want to stop, you want to like educate police and you want to educate people on what their rights are, but there's also an element of like, you've got a channel and your interactions with police. It's better for you if your interactions result in content that you can.
Yeah, if you can poke that bear, you're going to get a better reaction.
Yeah, and then some of the cops, like when they get like an experienced officer that comes out finally, and some of those cops are just like, oh yeah, I get what you're doing, man. You got a YouTube channel. I got you.
Yeah,
like I got you, and they're just like, let's get this thing done because like the more I go on, the more this guy's making money.
Right.
So I'm just so that you get the experienced cops that come out. They're just like, all right, let's get this. Let's do whatever we got to do to make this end quickly. So
yeah,
done this dance before.
And then there's the 10 other cops that were arguing with the guy that are like having to walk away in shame.
Oh, I bet that is kind of fun to see them have to.
There's one. There's some that are like kind of like really have great endings because there's one where the lieutenant comes out and as soon as he's aware of the situation, he's just like, all you get out of here. You're right. And the guy's like, well, I would like to make a complaint. And the lieutenant's like, okay, let me walk you over. And there's one where the lieutenant actually sits down and like does the complaint with the guy.
Yeah.
And he's like, and it's just like eating shit the whole time. It's just like, yeah.
He has to though, right? Like, I mean, he has to.
Yeah. He's like,
entertain the complaint.
He's like, I'm in charge. I get paid more. I have this rank. I'm responsible for the training of these officers. And he's just like, yep. And he's just like, he's not getting pissed. He's kind of like internalizing, as the ace man would say.
Yeah.
And he's like, yep. Those officers shouldn't have said that. Yep. And then there's one where the city attorney comes out and is just like, yeah, everybody get out of here. Because in his mind, he's like got his calculator out and he's like, oh, God damn it.
Yes, he knew what he was going to get them
like
out
this.
of.
This is 600,000. Yeah, minimum right now.
Easy.
Right now. Yep.
The more you talk, the worse it is.
Yep. Yeah.
We don't have these kind of resources. Let's go.
There's some stories that end like that. A lot of times it ends like that once you get to someone that has that has some sense. But yeah, sometimes it's kind of scary how far you got to go to get to someone that knows, what the law is. So
yeah.
Interesting.
That is scary.
But it's good we took it back to Adam. Internalizing. That's a good lesson for everyone. Police officers.
Yeah, he loves to stick it to the man.
Yeah.
It's
a good lesson for everybody, whether you're a kid or a, speech therapist or FBI agent,
not necessarily stick it to the man, but uphold your rights. Know what your rights are and don't let anyone step on them.
Ultimately, we're all the man, because we put these people in charge and we let them be in charge. So
yeah,
in the end, it always comes back to like, hey people, this is what you voted for.
Mm-hmm.
As Kamala said.
Yeah, this is what the people voted for.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I don't know about that.
That's a long conversation.
She says a lot of stuff. Anyway, she's drunk.
Yeah.
There's nothing wrong with that.
Can't fault the girl for drinking.
Yeah, but 10 a.m. 10 a.m. when you're representing us in a foreign country,
Yeah, that's not ideal.
Lay off the
Not a
nail
good
polish
look.
remover,
Not a
put
good
that
look.
bottle of nail polish remover down and sober up a little bit. Anyway, internalize. What else we got? Robbie, you got some business to take care of?
Oh yeah. So we want to go ahead and give you guys our social media info. So I don't know if Mo Man, we want to get into social media.
Yeah.
All right. So again, we'd like to thank everybody watching. We'd like to thank Elizabeth on here. If you guys want to follow us on Instagram, check us out on Instagram at Endless Ranters Podcast, and we can chat there. We, post memes and we post anything upcoming on our podcast, Endless Ranters Podcast. That's on Instagram. If you want to check us out on Twitter, it is at Endless Ranters, and then we'll promote, we'll share stuff. If you want to join our group and chat throughout the day, our work day, when you have downtime, we'll exchange memes and videos, and we'll share about our shows and interests and stuff. Just check us out on Facebook. Just search the Endless Ranters Podcast and go ahead and request us, and we'll add you. If you want to check out Chris over here on Twitter, his handle is at Grateful Red 1. That's the number 1. At Grateful Red 1.
I need your help, everybody. Need your help.
Oh yeah. No, he's Chris is big on Twitter. Check him out though.
It's been a slow week.
He's
a slow week, but
yeah, he fights the man on Twitter. He really does. If you want to check out Manny Moman, check him out on Instagram and Twitter at How We Figure. The handle is at How We Figure. Also check out his podcast. If you want to check me out, I'm on Instagram at Robbie Spotlight, and I'm also on Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, and all that stuff. Follow.
Everywhere.
I'm everywhere, but I like to do the Instagram thing. It's fun to share memes and stories, but I'm basically everywhere. And follow us on YouTube as well. If you haven't done so. If you like to watch us, follow us, subscribe, like, comment. That helps us out with the whole Al Green? What do you call it?
Al Green,
algorithm?
yeah.
Al Green.
Yeah. The Al Green. and
Rate
also
and review as well.
Rate, review, and check us out if you want to not only watch us and listen to us on YouTube. Just check us out on our audio version. Right after this, Manny releases usually a day or two afterwards. So check us out on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and all that stuff. So yeah, Chris?
We really, really would appreciate that. Subscribe to our channel on YouTube. We're going to make a little bit of an effort there and get those numbers up. We got to be way up, for the Al Green to kick in.
Yeah.
But we would really appreciate that. Just subscribe. I know it's sometimes the way you watch YouTube, it's not that easy, but subscribe to our channel. Maybe send it to somebody. You don't have to post it to all your social media and all that stuff. Maybe send it to a friend who'd be down. And as I posted in the Adam Carolla Facebook group, if you're an Adam Carolla fan and you've been a listener for years, or you're a new listener, we'd like to hear your story. So reach out to us and let us know. And we'd like to have you on.
We'll set it up.
Yeah, we will not make you famous.
That's the show theme, show motto right there.
Right. That's right.
We will not make you famous.
I don't know.
We will not quite cancel you, get you canceled.
There's no chance of that.
Don't worry.
I feel extremely famous, so I have to disagree. I feel it in my heart.
Yeah. I am I'm the main character in my screenplay. What's that movie? There's a movie with Matthew McConaughey, and it's Fool's Gold.
Oh yeah.
And he has like a Russian sidekick. And someone was like, "Hey, how does it feel being a sidekick?" And the guy's like, "Well, I'd like to think that I'm the main protagonist in my own movie."
Yeah, that's right.
I was like, "Yeah, man, I'm down with that."
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So more power to you. He's a champion.
Oh, and another thing, I want to thank all the viewers, listeners. We got Manny, we got myself, Robbie Spotlight, and Chris. We need a name for Chris.
Shout out to Quana.
Oh yeah, Quana, all the ace holes. Chris, if we can find a name for Chris, a handle, a Instagram name or something. You need like a nickname or something. You need like a alter ego.
Not Dr. Drew.
No. Yeah, exactly. At not Dr. Drew.
Bizarro Drew.
Yeah.
Well, I'm not sure I agree, but we'll see where that goes.
Cool.
We'll see where that goes. Yeah, I'm fine. Whatever.
Thank you so much, guys. This was so fun.
Yeah, thanks for joining us.
Thank you.
You've been a blast. We really
time.
appreciate you coming on and telling us your story.
Come out to the barbecue in the summer in June.
I would love to. I want to go on the cruise.
That'd be a good way to get to LA. Yeah.
Yeah. If the cruises ever happen again, fingers crossed.
Is the cruise? I hope it happens. I'm gonna go if it happens.
Hell yeah.
It's fun. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Well, good luck. Thanks, Elizabeth. Thanks everybody for listening. We really appreciate it. Again, really appreciate the support. To all our listeners, YouTube, you guys in the chat, thanks a lot. This is Chris saying, get it on.
This is Rob. Get it on.
Get it on, everybody.
Bye.
Bye.
Yeah.
Right. Oh,
oh, wow. She couldn't wait.
It was a hard out.
Maybe she has to pee.
Oh, for sure. Okay.
Well, we'll see. You know what? There's some strange shit is a brewing, right?
Yeah. Well, yeah.
Jaden hit us up. You remember Jaden?
Yeah.
One of the original ERPs. He hit us up yesterday. He's got a new soundboard.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
That shit looks dope.
And he's figured out a way to take calls.
Hell yeah.
I'm gonna hit him up because cool. We've been chatting a little bit about getting the old band back together, maybe.
Yeah.
Take some calls, talk some shit. Yeah.
Hey, well, maybe we could start doing the Friday night hangs again, and that way we could do like the live reaction videos during that, you know?
That'd be interesting. I think Jane and I, we used to dream about like a Friday night. 'Cause remember, like back then there was in the Ace Hole group, there was like a Friday night drinks thing.
Yeah, the happy hour.
Yeah, and then we were like, yeah, let's do a podcast, like an audio, video, call in, live caller podcast of that. Just see who wants to join in and tear it up. So I don't know,
dude.
You never know. It takes a while, but things can happen.
Well, let's make it happen, man. Shit.
All right.
In the meantime, though, I'm gonna bounce. Start.
Yeah.
Getting ready.
All right.
Get to work, y'all.
Thanks, Manny.
All right. And I guess, are we still on YouTube? We're still on YouTube.
We are still on YouTube.
Yeah. All right. Well, I guess we got to talk to Jane. And I mean,
his uncle sending retracted messages again.
Yeah. Shoot.
There's no canceling.
Damn it.
Of anyone.
I missed it. Yeah. So I think I was saying this earlier. One reason sometimes I'm looking down on my phone because that's where I'm looking at the chat. So, I don't want to look rude or anything, but got to chit chat with the homies.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's all good, man.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I guess we'll sign off and see what other kind of trouble we can get into.
Cool. Yeah. I got to drive home or something but I'll talk to you and Jaden and see what you guys are up to or something.
All right, brother. Thanks a lot.
All right. Thank you.
Talk soon.
Everybody. All right, later, guys.